Hey, maybe you're a beginner at gardening and wondering what are the advantages of a raised bed. If so, as you can see here, I am thinning radish. You can, well, I'm Jules Gardening Tips. You can see this is saving my back a lot of trouble. If those radish were in the ground, I'd have to bend 12 more inches or get down on my knees. That particular advantage, you will appreciate that as you get older. So between that and the compact size of a raised bed, you got more control over your soil. You know exactly what's in there, and it makes it easy to plant and thin. It makes it easy to weed. It makes it easy to deal with pests, and it makes it easy to harvest. So a raised bed, particularly for low crops, leafy greens and root crops, a raised bed has a lot of advantages over growing it straight in the ground. Now this bed right here, between the frame, which was a kit, and then I had to fill it up, I put in 50-50 garden soil and cow manure to get it started. That was 150, 170 bucks. It's kind of expensive, really. It's capital cost, but there are cheaper ways to do it. So that one was 150 to 200 bucks. This thing right here cost me less than $10. In the middle there, that used to be a brush pile. Just pile up twigs and leftover plants and whatnot. And I started throwing leaves on it, and then I started putting grass clippings on it. And then I boarded it up, and these are old redbud logs, so I made a border for it, and then I kept adding. And then to get it started, I used some container mix, just to give it some 5-5-5, give it something for the seeds to hold to. But I didn't plant any seeds in there. I have put in bare root strawberries. Okay, so again, this technique, whatever you got, just make yourself a bed. This technique costs, like I said, about 10 bucks maybe. This chicken wire, by the way, that's to keep out the neighborhood cats, my own dogs, my own chickens over there, and squirrels. Keep them from digging around in here to protect those strawberries. Now this one cost me maybe 5 bucks. I already had these pine needle bales. This is the top of an old greenhouse stand, that one you walk in. And so I used the top of that. I used this wire here. These are the shelves of the stand. So I put that in to hold in the soil mix. And again, leaves, and then there's compost in there, and about 4 inches of some container mix. And there's peas in there. I don't know if you can see it yet on the video. There's peas in there, and then I have more coming in. Backside back here, that's actually a 4-foot privacy fence plank. There's 3 of them to build up the back with the wire. All this stuff I just had laying around. Again, use what you got. So with that soil, you're probably talking about 5 bucks to build this. That's it, 5 bucks just using stuff I already had. And the peas are coming in. There's more to come in. Can't beat $5. And yet another way, this cost me about 15 bucks to set up. These pallets were free. If you could score some free pallets, that's a plus. Even if you have to buy wooden pallets, they're like 7-8 bucks a piece. These are produce baskets. They're $1 a piece. Okay, and then the bottom is leaf and compost. And then I put some container mix on top. That's where most of the money is to get it started. And of course, after that, you just keep adding your compost. Now, technically, that's not a raised bed. It's raised container gardening, but I treat it like a raised bed. I got 6 boxes there. Same thing. You layer the bottom with some good compost, leaf, and leaf mold. Then you top it off first year with some good container mix. Then after that, you just keep adding your compost a minute with bone meal, red meal, whatever. I'm looking forward to this one. And if you like more gardening tips, check this playlist out. That's all that's on there. Gardening tips for beginners.